Oh, geez. Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Talk with Jeremy. Today is going to be an electric episode, pun intended. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing out our front porch light switch. Now I was using the GoSuna with the Smart Life app, but what I want to do is I want to go with the Amazon Basics Smart Switch single pole. Now the reason we only need a single pole is because it's just going to turn on and off our porch light, right? So I wanted something more automated than us just going to the front door, turning it off and on. We had the GoSuna, it went out, and I really wanted to try the Amazon Basics version of it just because we are pretty heavily into the Amazon world. So we have a lot of products with Amazon. The Amazon turns on and off, and I wanted to have something where I didn't need a hub. I didn't want to pay subscriptions. I really just wanted something that could really we order it, and with Amazon, it's already tracking it. So when it gets to your house, you get notification when you turn it on. It's ready to get it set up. So I wanted to show you guys how easy that is, but also kind of go through the setup process and talk about it. Now, one thing to mention is it does not work with Google Home and it doesn't work with Siri. So if you are deep into the Google world and also the Apple world, it's not going to work with those. It's only going to work with Alexa. So that is one of the downsides. But it's $13.65 at the time of shooting this video. You can't beat that price. Incredible price for something that just works. So we're going to go through that, but first we're going to do the unboxing. So we'll go to that now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and unbox this Amazon Basics Smart Switch. It is a single pole interrupter, and the reason that we went with single pole is because this is just for our porch lights. So we really only need to turn them on and off. We don't need any special features like a dimmer or anything like that. Box is pretty basic. Just like it said, Amazon Basics. They're trying to save you money. They don't want to spend a whole lot of money on packaging. Okay, so you're going to have your twist-on wire connectors and some of the mounting screws there. You're going to have your wall plate here. Also your wire labels, but this is going to be the wall plate to put on the wall. You have the switch itself with the wires connected. Makes it very easy to make that change. And you also have your manual, which is very easy to read. So they keep it pretty basic, right? No fluff, just the important things and a product that just works. All right, so this is the reason we're making the switch. We had a GoSuna and it actually stopped working, so that's why we're having to make this change, and we're going to talk about that a little more right now. But first we're going to go to the breaker and turn that off. Always a good idea to turn off the breaker before you start on a project for sure. All right, now whenever you work on an electrical project, you always want to make sure you turn off the breaker so you don't electrocute yourself. You want your product working, not you lighting up like a Christmas tree. So this one is right here, is one that we, for our porch light, and also does the garage as well. That's why it has a GFI, but we'll go ahead and get started on the project. All right, we're going to get started on this project. Oh, but first we got to take the GoSuna off. That was pretty easy. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Gorilla Gloves because they have rubber. So just a little added security for me. Oh, geez. It is live. Woohoo! That was exciting. And we'll take this peeling off. And it's very cool. It actually says top in here, so you know which side is which. And on here it says up, so you know it's that. There we go. Well, that was exciting, right? Thought it was labeled correctly in our breaker box, and it obviously is not. So definitely, take precautions. That's why I have my son bring me my Gorilla Gloves. They have kind of a rubber lining to protect, a little bit of extra protection from electric shock. But Yeah, that was definitely better than coffee, right? But anyway, so I wanted to kind of get into the other side of it, so the Alexa app, just to show you kind of how user friendly this is and how quickly you can utilize this thing. So as you can see, just right on the screen, it says new switch name first switch. To control it, say Alexa, turn on first switch, or turn off first switch. Right? I mean, it's incredible how quickly, if you have an Amazon account, if you're really into the Alexa world, if you're really integrated into it, it very quickly integrates the different products as you purchase them. So even when I was in my cart, even when I purchased it, like it was already prepared for when we connected it to actually connect. So that's a really great thing about the Alexa products, especially the Amazon Basics. And also, you think about, there's no hub, like you don't have to have a hub for this. So there's no subscriptions, it all just syncs in with the Alexa world, right? So we're gonna go ahead and click on this, and it's gonna pull up Alexa. And where do you want this to be defined, right? Where would you like, what would you like this device to be called? And we're gonna say, call it porch light. Next. Lights on at sunset. And I'm going to customize this, so we're not going to do that for right now. All right, so it's set up and it's ready to use. It's really that simple. I mean, pretty incredible, right? So now you can kind of see the porch light is right there. It's off. I can turn it on from here, turn it off. One thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a routine, because I want it to come on automatically. I don't want to have to turn it on at, say 5 o'clock in the winter and turn it off at 10 o'clock, when we go to bed. I want it to automatically do it. And when you set up a routine like that, the best thing about it is when you're on vacation, it's still going to come on and off. So it's going to look like you're still home. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set up a routine for this. Okay, so as you can see, the porch light's there. We can turn it on from here. We can turn it off, but we wanna set that routine. We wanna make sure that it comes off, on and off every day. Like I don't wanna have to go over there and press, the light switch for it to turn on and turn off. I wanna go ahead and set that up in the app so I don't have to worry about it. So we're gonna go ahead and create the routine. Click on that plus sign, and we're gonna do when, schedule, at time. It's going to repeat every day. We're going to say 6 o'clock. Okay, so right now we're getting, it's September. We're getting closer to those winter months where it's going to start getting darker and darker. And I don't have to change this a whole lot. I want to kind of have this setting for a while until we get to December, and then I'll have to change it to probably 4 o'clock. All right, so we're going to do that. And Alexa will. All right. Go to smart home, and we're gonna go to lights, and that is where our porch light is. Okay, so we're gonna click on the porch light, click next, it will turn it on. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Every day at 6 o'clock, we want it to turn on. And we're gonna click save. And that routine has been created. You're gonna see right there, perfect. We need to create another one, right? Because we want it to turn off. So we're gonna hit that plus sign again. We're gonna do when, schedule time, and we're going to repeat it every day. And this is going to be, we're going to say 10:30 is when I'd like it to turn off every day. All right, and then we're going to add that action. We're going to go to lights again, porch light, next. We're going to turn it off. Okay, and then we're going to hit save. And now every day at 10:30, that porch light will be turned off by automation. I mean, it's fantastic. All right, now if we go to Amazon and we look at this product, right now it's currently $13.65. So for $13.65, you can have your porch light turn on and off without ever having to think about it. That's incredible. It's definitely an incredible deal. All right, now that it's all set up, I want to show you how you can just use your voice command to turn on your lights. I'm going to try to have both these here. All right, Alexa, turn on porch light.
Okay.
See? And it just turns it right on. Alexa, turn off porch light.
Okay.
Boom. It's just that easy. And you also can do it from any Echo device that you have. So pretty fantastic. Hey guys, so as you can see, very easy to use the Alexa app. That's the one thing about the Amazon products that are so great. It's like when you order it, it tracks it. Once it gets to your home and you plug the device in, it sends you a notification to your phone, and then it's a very easy process to just get that set up. Only takes a couple seconds, and then you can set those routines. Right. So with my porch lights, it's turning on at 6 and it's going to turn off at 10 p.m. I'll never have to worry about it, right? Even if I'm on vacation, it looks like we're still home because the lights are still coming on and turning off. So super easy to use, awesome products. Amazon. I mean, the Amazon basics are just solid products that actually work, and so I'll let you guys know maybe a year or two from now if it's still working. But they're just products that work. And so, what are some of the pros? So some of the pros, I mean, very easy to get set up. Right now, if you haven't worked with electrical stuff before, you might want to hire an electrician just to get it all set up for you. Or if you have a friend, maybe they could do it for you. As you can see, even if you have worked with electrical products before, if something isn't marked correctly in your breaker box, you're working with live wires. So if you never worked with live wires before, it can be a little scary. But it's good to hire someone if you haven't ever done that before. Alexa app, super simple to use, easy to get set up, right? Fantastic user interface if you're in the Amazon ecosystem. So it's definitely really easy to use. The ease of use is awesome. Setup's really simple. Some of the cons, right? It doesn't work with Google Home. It doesn't work with Apple HomeKit or the Siri. If you're really into the Apple ecosystem or the Google ecosystem, it's not going to work with those. So you'll need to find another product. And there are some really good products as well, but those are the main cons, right? Because I mean, $13.65. It's hard to say a bad thing about it when it just works. So I mean, that's our review on the Amazon Basics Smart Switch Single Pole. They do have other products as well that are about $20 where you can get dimmers. Can have a couple buttons on there, but this one again was just a single pole, so we didn't really need that. But thank you again, guys, for watching our content. We just really appreciate you. If you do like what we're doing for you, just hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us with the algorithm for YouTube to get this out to more people. And I'll go ahead and put some links, in the comment or in the descriptions below. So if you order from that, it helps us to keep doing this. But thank you again. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.